Ladies and gentlemen, India as a democracy took a giant step towards gender equality in 2023 when the Women's Reservation Bill was passed by Parliament. By 2029, according to the bill, 33% seats in state assemblies and the Lok Sabha will be reserved for women. This is great. Reservation is great. But can the boys' club, that is Indian politics, afford some respect to women as well? Reservation is great. Respect will be better. If you look at what has happened in the last 48 hours, the answer to that question is a pessimistic no. First, it happened with Kangana Ranaut. She's a freshly minted BJP neta who's been given a ticket from her hometown in Mandi, Himachal Pradesh. Now, we all know Kangana is a divisive figure. You either like her or you don't. But no one, absolutely no one, not a woman, not a man, can get away by posting a picture of a scantily clad actor and saying, "Kya bhav chal raha hai mandi mein?" What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? You're objectifying a woman and sexualizing her act of fighting an election. It is unfortunate. It is uncalled for. The dirt, surprisingly, was dished out by Congress spokesperson Supriya Shreya. She's a face you often see on television debates. She says she didn't do it, but no one is buying her version.
मेरे फेसबुक और इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट का एक्सेस कई लोगों के पास है। उसमें से किसी एक व्यक्ति ने आज एक बेहद घृणित और आपत्तिजनक पोस्ट की। मुझे जैसे ही पता चला, मैंने सर्वप्रथम उस पोस्ट को डिलीट किया, क्योंकि जो कोई भी मुझे जानता है वो अच्छी तरह से जानता है कि मैं कभी भी किसी भी महिला के खिलाफ व्यक्तिगत भद्दी और भोंदी टिप्पणी कर ही नहीं सकती हूं। मैं इसकी घोर विरोधी हूं। फिर मैंने जानना चाहा कि आखिर ये कैसे हुआ। तब पता चला कि ट्विटर पर मेरा नाम का दुरुपयोग करके एक पैरोडी अकाउंट चलाया जा रहा है, सुप्रिया पैरोडी के नाम से। वहीं पर ये ऑब्जेक्शनेबल पोस्ट हुआ और वहीं से किसी ने कॉपी पेस्ट करके मेरे फेसबुक और इंस्टा पे डाला।
Now, Kangana will officially be joining the BJP today. Her first response was a dignified one, a very dignified one. She said, "Every woman deserves dignity."
किसी भी महिला को अपमानित करना, उसके सेक्सुअलाइज करना, और खासकर सबसे ज़्यादा जो मुझे दुख हुआ है वो जो मंडी, जिसे छोटा काशी कहा जाता है, पूरे विश्व में छोटे काशी के नाम से प्रसिद्ध है, जहाँ पे ऋषि पराशर से लेकर ऋषि मार्कंडेय जी ने तपस्या की है, उसके बारे में इतनी भद्दी टिप्पणी, तो हम सब मंडी वासी जो हैं वो बहुत ही कष्ट हमें हुआ है।
The Congress, meanwhile, has reminded Kangana Ranaut of a 2020 interview where she had called Urmila Matondkar, then a Congress candidate, a soft porn star. As Kangana enters active politics, they say it will be good for Kangana to keep in mind that respect is a two-way street. Meanwhile, the BJP has taken a strong exception to this and approached the Election Commission seeking action against Supriya Shreya. They are also calling this an example of the Congress's anti-women mindset. Now, the controversy that played out on Sunday vis-a-vis Kangana Ranaut should have been a cautionary tale for Monday or Tuesday. Was it? Of course not. One BJP leader, a repeat offender, went right ahead and washed away the moral high ground that his party was taking vis-a-vis the Kangana issue. His name is Dilip Ghosh. He's a BJP MP from Bengal. And while attacking Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee today, he crossed the red line. He asked her to figure out who her father was. He said, and this is the context, he said that Miss Banerjee goes around saying that she is the daughter of Bengal, she's the daughter of Goa, she's the daughter of Tripura. Then he said she should figure out first who her father is. Much like the BJP now, the TMC too is approaching the Election Commission.
বাংলা নিজের ভাইপোকে চায়, বিহার ইউপি থেকে। দিদি গিয়ে গোয়াতে বলেন আমি গোয়ার মেয়ে, আমি ত্রিপুরার মেয়ে, মানে বাপ তো ঠিক করুন, যাত্রার মেয়ে হওয়া ঠিক নয়।
पश्चिम बंगाल के दुर्गापुर कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी के प्रत्याशी दिलीप घोष जी, जो मेदिनीपुर में पहले खड़े हुए थे, अभी उनको दौड़ाकर दुर्गापुर भेजा गया है। वो फ्रस्ट्रेशन से तो भूग ही रहे हैं। जिस तरह का बयान उन्होंने ममता दीदी के खिलाफ दिया है कि ममता दीदी अपने पिताजी का पहचान दे, इस तरह का वक्तव्य हमारे देश के परंपरा में महिलाओं के प्रति हमने कभी नहीं सुना।
So, ladies and gentlemen, whether it is a young first-time candidate or a veteran woman chief minister, no one is spared the misogyny, online or offline. It is perfectly kosher in our electoral democracy to publicly call women nachne wali, Jersey cow, Vish Kanya, 50 crore ki girlfriend, and worse. Question is decency dead in our electoral politics? Is there any red line that our netas will not cross? Yes, of course, a lot gets said in the heat and dust of elections. But should we as voters and citizens just accept it and say, ye to hota hai? Perhaps our politicians, both male and female, should remember that in 12 states in India, there are more women voters than men. In 2019, more women showed up to vote than men. And as I said, respect is a two-way street. Let me go across to my guests who are joining me this evening. Shikha Rai is spokesperson of the BJP. Advocate Mahima Singh is spokesperson of the Congress. Sudarshana Mukherjee is spokesperson of the TMC. And Sanjay Jha is an author joining us on the broadcast. Sanjay, I'm coming to you first simply because I'm looking at the three lovely women on my screens and thinking to myself, each one will have a case against the other. Because as they say, is hammam mein sab nange hain. But my simple question is decency dead in public life, in electoral politics? Look at all the red lines that are constantly crossed and were crossed in the last 48 hours.
Shreya, the short answer is yes. It is very regretful and highly disappointing. And no matter what words you use, the fact remains that we have to accept the reality of our times. That our political or public discourse is at an abysmal low. It has never been good. It's getting progressively worse. Now, I need to be very honest here that whatever are the allegations made, I think anybody referring to the very popular actor with the kind of language that was used was pathetic. I mean, I agree that, I'm glad Supriya has apologized, but the truth is this is not the kind of conversations we should have. Now, it's very unfortunate once again that it's become into a political hot potato. It would be, I would expect that. But, as I keep, I just saw a picture of Mr. Modi having a conversation about an unfortunate, again, somebody was attacked or whatever, physically assaulted in West Bengal. And this is the same prime minister who doesn't say anything about Manipur, hasn't been there. And we saw the gang rape pictures. The women wrestlers insulted, a sexual harassment case, not a word. Bilkis Banu's rapist released on India's 75th August 15th, Independence Day, no comment. What kind of a country are we becoming? And, I would just request, because, I have a lot of respect for all the three women on your show. I don't know them personally, but I think they all come from the right place. And you have been exceptional in your own capacity, the way you have handled these issues in the past. I would just request everybody, can we on this program just be a lot more dispassionate and neutral, make it bipartisan, because I think women suffer as a whole in this country. And I need to tell you this very frankly, as a member of the male society, we are patriarchal. We are misogynistic. I have to tell you that straight. I mean, I can tell you that even today, women, when they go out, they're concerned about what they wear, what will somebody say about them. I think all of you experienced it in different quarters, right? All kinds of
Sanjay,
insinuations, innuendos.
here's the point.
And a subtle form of harassment.
Here's the point. In the last 48 hours, we've learned it's not just the men, that patriarchy somehow manages to transcend borders, that women can be as patriarchal as men, women can be as misogynistic as men. That is something I've learned in the last 20 years of my career and relearned in the last 48 hours. Shikha Rai, we have asked questions for the last 48 hours to the Congress party, so I am going to start with you. Today, you have gone to the Election Commission against Supriya Srinath and said the Election Commission needs to take action against her. I want to ask you whether the same courtesy will be extended to Ms. Mamata Banerjee as well.
Shreya ji, one thing definitely I would like to stress upon is that every woman deserves dignity, as you started with this term. Of course, yes, being a woman, I would lay more emphasis on this, that yes, every woman deserves dignity, be it in politics or in any other sphere. So now, and especially in politics, when she is before the public for her promises, for her future in this, for asking the vote, she's there in public. Now, when Miss Supriya Srinath posts in this on her Instagram, like something which is so derogatory, which is hitting below the belt, and then blaming that on her handle, on her some parody account. I just want to ask, here a woman is speaking such derogatory words against a woman and the Congress party, the Congress leadership. Like they all the time their leaders have coined
You are a
words
very
like
good spokesperson of the BJP, Shikaji, which is why you have deflected the question I've asked you. Shikaji, you are a very good, competent spokesperson, which is why you have very cleverly deflected the question I asked you. What Kangana Ranaut, what?
I think my
no, you
answer is
haven't.
in that only.
So does it mean that the ticket that has been given to Mr. Dilip Ghosh will be withdrawn? Given the fact that you have... So what you're...
If it has been hit by anybody, yes, anybody can go to the concerned authority to put across his or her opinion and for relief. Yes, why not?
But what is your party doing against him? He has made an awfully misogynistic comment against a father. In fact, he's hit below the belt. What is your party doing about it? Has it publicly reprimanded him? Has it told Mr. Dilip Ghosh, bhai, keep quiet in public and apologize? Has he apologized? No, he hasn't apologized. So it's all very well for you, Ms. Rai, to come on a panel and say every woman deserves her dignity. But how does that say anything about what your party has done about Mr. Dilip Ghosh and what he has said? If they keep quiet, it means they endorse what he has said, and the party leadership has kept quiet about it. The party leadership has not told him to apologize, and he has not apologized.
This is the same thing that I'm putting across as to what the Congress leaders did when Miss Supriya Srinath, she posted a picture of Ms. Ranaut on her Instagram with such derogatory remarks. Did they come out for that? Did Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Miss Priyanka Gandhi, and even Sonia Gandhi, did they come out of any action against her? Even at least they should have said sorry to her. So this is my question also, as to whether these remarks were ever condemned by any leader of the party, be it not only Congress, any other Indian Alliance party leader.
Okay, I'll let the TMC spokesperson come in, Sudarshana Mukherjee. Sudarshana Mukherjee, essentially, Shikha Rai ji is saying that if no one had the decency, no one in the leadership had the decency to apologize, Congress leadership had the decency to apologize to Kangana Ranaut, then why should you expect an apology? Why should Mamata Banerjee expect an apology from the BJP's leadership or from Dilip Ghosh?
Absolutely. You are raising the right points, Shreya. I'm so thankful to you that these are the misogynistic persons, and they are actually exposing on television, on media, the moral bankruptcy to the bottom. It is a disgrace to the political leadership of BJP. It is not only about apology. It is about a minimum political courtesy that the only Chief Minister of India deserves. He is the Chief Minister. He is the lady fighter who has fought tyrannical left-front government, and all her welfare schemes have been internationally acclaimed. She will be reaching the annals of history, let me tell you today. And about apology, we have never received any apology. Let alone Modi should have at least reprimanded Dilip Ghosh, as you have rightly pointed out. He should have at least reprimanded that don't go in public speaking bad about women. He has thoroughly been bad-mouthed. He has lost his party presidentship of the Bengal unit. He has been even replaced from his own constituency. If you know, it has been yesterday. If you can remember, Shreya, when he was being interviewed, by a reporter, a local TV reporter, he said about his own party candidate that feel, because she's a lady, that she doesn't know the constituency well. Very nice. Dilip Ghosh, even before he had also spoken about Bermuda. Now he's asking about the origin of our Didi. Even before that, Shubhendra Adhikari had also asked about Didi's sari. So there is no end to it. This is the political, the prejudice of Bengal women in general. It is a party which is anti-women. It is a party which is against all the women of all over India. I just heard on your TV, because I'm not getting the visuals enough, I'm sorry to say, but you were saying that Kangana has said about some rishis. We also in our society, it is with our Hinduism that we venerate Durga. Dilip Ghosh had challenged Durga even almost 1 year back, if you remember.
Okay. Advocate Mahima Singh, what was Supriya Srinath thinking? She has said, I didn't do it. Someone else did it. My social media handles are controlled by other people as well. Point is, the damage has been done. No one is buying what she's saying right now. What was she thinking? And has she given the perfect launch pad to Kangana Ranaut? You know, the day you get a ticket, a day after that, you're making headlines for 48 hours straight.
Jai Hind. Shreya, first I would like to say in Haseeb Soza's style, हमारे शहर के लोगों ने क्या क्या जहन पाया है, हकीकत भूल जाते हैं, फसाना याद रखते हैं. The truth is, the BJP has been jeopardizing the stakes of the women in this country, the rights of the women in this country, intentionally so. Something that happened inadvertently, unintentionally, which Supriya Srinath immediately apologized for at the first instance, is being, blown out of proportion. Whereas I remember the Prime Minister once said, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Beti Patao. It was a slip of a tongue. Okay. But did he ever come out and apologize for that? No, he never did. You see, you have rightly put out that, each woman deserves dignity. You have spoken very well about that. And all of us agree with that. All of us put ourselves out at the cost of our, our own comforts. And what for? Not for this, for sure. So what happened from Supriya Srinath's account has happened inadvertently, but the BJP's silence over Manipur, over Hathras, over Unnao, over Katwa, over Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh's audacity, over the wrestlers being mistreated, that was not inadvertent. Here's a woman and child development minister. I would rather call her rumor and propaganda development minister, because only on two instances she comes out and speaks for women. One is for her own daughter, and second is for whenever the BJP has an agenda where they want to project themselves against the misogyny. But when it comes to the rights of the daughters of this country, of a common woman in this country, the BJP, the Women and Child Development Minister, the NCW chief, all are very conveniently silent. And the BJP spokesperson here on your show also. We condemn slurs against women at every level across party lines. Even if it was one of my party leaders that cast a slur against a woman, I would accordingly say that he or she is wrong in doing so. But Supriya Srinath came out clean within hours. Where do we hear the BJP's stance against all these instances that I am citing? BJP has the most number of MPs and MLAs tainted with crimes against women, alleged crimes against women. Yet, they go on giving tickets to those misogynistic candidates, and we recently saw Pawan Singh in Asansol and Upendra Rawat as well.
Respond to that.
See, here's a party that actually has...
respond to that.
I think the first answer I would like to give is about the
that Supriya apologized. Supriya apologized. Mr. Ghosh hasn't apologized. Also, just a minute, just a minute, Ms. Rai. Just a minute, Ms. Rai. Let's talk about women empowerment in just a bit. Ms. Rai, just hear me out. Yes, Ms. Rai, just hear me out, and of course, I'll allow you to answer. The point is this. A, Supriya Srinath apologized. Okay? Fact is, Dilip Ghosh hasn't apologized. No one has asked him to apologize. So there is a difference in attitude there. Secondly, you know, the moment the Kangana Ranaut incident happened, the National Commission of Women rightly intervened and asked the Election Commission to look into the matter, right? They wanted action against Supriya Srinath. why is the National Commission of Women and its chief Rekha Sharma sleeping when it came to Mamata Banerjee being spoken about the way she has been spoken about by Mr. Dilip Ghosh? Is it because he's a BJP MP and anything that a BJP MP says is kosher, but anything that a Congress spokesperson says is not kosher? We are seeing a difference in attitude here as well, Ms. Rai. It's not just what happens, but how a party responds to what happens that tells a lot about where it is going.
No, but has the Congress party responded to Supriya Srinathji's post? No, first of all. And then it has been said that she apologized and said that this Instagram handle was handled by so many people, it was given to so many people, there was parody account, but then when there was a parody account and a mischief was done on that account, but how come it came on her official Instagram? One. Can we ever believe to this fact that somebody who has an official Instagram and he does not approve of what is being posted on her Instagram, and she simply comes and
Ms. Rai, I agree with what you are saying.
Investigate into this.
This is the third time you are saying it. I agree with what you are saying.
This is not justification of what
Ms. Rai, I agree with what you are saying.
Yeah. So
I agree with what you are saying because you've said it 3 times. But that is not the question I asked you. I asked you how is it okay for the NCW chief to react when something happens to Kangana Ranaut but not react when something happens to Mamata Banerjee? How is it okay if Supriya Srinath apologizes, which she has, but Dilip Ghosh is not asked to apologize?
It is undeserving of a woman, then definitely the commission would come out for her and ask for her relief for her.
But they haven't.
If the party, if the alliance,
and it is run by someone who belongs to the BJP
and does not tell her to apologize or condemn her,
this is essentially hypocrisy playing out. Anyhow, we'll leave it there because this is a debate that can carry on through the rest of this evening. But Shikha, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Mahima Singh, thank you very much for joining us. Sudarshana Mukherjee, thank you very much. Sanjay Jha, I have 20 seconds. Just a minute, anything you'd want to say after listening to the three ladies on the panel this evening?
Yeah, I would, Shreya. I think, what we are witnessing here is the price that we pay for a polarized society. I'm telling you, in their hearts, in their conscience, all of them know that whether it is their party or the opposition party that has said stuff that is very outrageous, unfortunate, or terribly outlandish, and frankly speaking, despicable, they all have to take a posture because it's such a polarized environment. And people who are part of political parties are expected to defend their parties at any cost. And that is the consequence where, the issues on which we should be together, like gender disparity, poverty, inequality, communal harmony, these things all die out. And I'm telling you, all the 3 women, I'm sure, come from the right place, but they're hamstrung by the politics of our times.
We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much, Shikha Rai, for joining us on the broadcast. Advocate Mahima Singh, thank you very much. Sudarshana ji, thank you. And Sanjay Jha, always good to have you on the show. Thank you very much. Slipping into a quick break on the show. There's much more on the other side. Do stay with us.